Imagine waking up one day to find yourself in a fight for your life, all because of a man's obsessive, uncontrollable love. This is the chilling story of Ivar Duckler, whose once ordinary life took a dark turn after falling into the grips of an abusive relationship. What began as a romance turned deadly, and in this video, we'll break down how one woman's bravery and her friend's intervention stopped a tragic end. A perfect relationship turns toxic.
Tell her that you've been asking about her, and I'll see what she says.
I found him interesting and I went out on a date.
Ivar Duckler was living her life with a bright future ahead. Confident, ambitious, and surrounded by friends who described her as a joy to be around. She had everything to look forward to. That was until she met Ramon Castillo, a man who at first seemed charming and respectful. They started dating, and everything seemed perfect. Ramon worked at a local deli, and to Ivar, he appeared to be a good match. For a while, their relationship seemed like a fairy tale. They went on dates, shared intimate moments, and everything appeared to be going well. However, like so many stories, this one had a twist. As time passed, Ivar began noticing subtle signs of control and jealousy from Ramon. These initial signs weren't enough to make her walk away, but they planted the seeds of doubt about his intentions. The first warning signs: possessiveness and jealousy. Ivar never imagined that her relationship with Ramon would escalate so quickly. It all started with small moments of jealousy that became increasingly apparent. One night, after an outing with her friend Joanna, Ramon became enraged because he wasn't invited into their apartment. He violently grabbed Ivar by her hair, dragging her back into his car. Ivar brushed it off, thinking it was a one-time occurrence, but as the days went on, the signs grew more and more concerning. Ramon's possessiveness and need for control didn't stop there. Another disturbing event occurred when Ivar tried to spend some time with her friends. Ramon couldn't stand being left out. He insisted on joining them even when Ivar made it clear that it was supposed to be a girls' trip. It was a moment that showed how little regard he had for her boundaries. Escalation of violence. The Miami trip that changed everything. Ivar's birthday trip to Miami with her friends should have been a fun, relaxing time to celebrate. However, Ramon wasn't going to let her enjoy her time away. Despite her wishes for a peaceful girls' weekend, Ramon insisted on tagging along, completely disregarding her request for space. When they went out one night, everything seemed fine until Ramon became upset again. He demanded that Ivar come upstairs with him, but she refused. The tension escalated quickly. When she later returned to the hotel room, she was met with violence. Ramon viciously attacked her in front of her friends, punching and throwing her down. Her friends, helpless, could only hear the struggle through the door. It wasn't until they managed to break the door down that they found Ivar in a state of shock, and Ramon threatening to end his own life. This was the moment when the friends knew they had to intervene. Ramon was arrested, but even after this violent episode, Ivar still hesitated to break up with him. Breaking free, Ivar's desperation and his dangerous obsession. Despite the brutal hotel assault, Ivar still found herself stuck in the relationship. Victims of abuse often feel guilty or believe they are somehow responsible for the violence they face. Ivar was no exception. She hoped things would get better, but deep down, she knew they wouldn't. Eventually, Ramon broke into Ivar's apartment, destroying her things in a fit of rage. He even glued her apartment doors shut. This was the final straw for Ivar, and she made the difficult decision to end the relationship. It seemed like she was finally free from Ramon's hold. However, it wasn't long before Ramon resurfaced in her life again. Despite her best efforts to stay away, Ramon wasn't ready to let go. The chilling chase, a life-threatening encounter. After months of no contact, Ivar returned to her daily routine, hoping to start fresh. But as she was finishing her shift at the pharmacy one cold January night in New York, she learned that Ramon had been stalking her. Demetrius, a coworker, noticed Ramon parked outside the pharmacy. Ivar, trying to stay calm, asked Demetrius to walk her to the subway. But when they stepped outside, Rahman was nowhere to be seen. However, that sense of relief was short-lived. As they continued their walk, Aver saw him, Rahman, walking briskly toward her, his hat pulled down and his hand hidden in his coat pocket. It was the moment she realized her life was in danger once again. A narrow escape, Rahman's final act of vengeance. Rahman's desperation reached a horrifying peak when he charged at Aver, grabbing her by her hair and pulling her toward him. A struggle ensued, but it was Demetrius who bravely stepped in to protect her, trying to stop Rahman. However, it was too late. In a fit of rage, Rahman pulled out a handgun and shot Aver, hitting her in the arm. The second bullet grazed her finger and lodged inches above her right ear. Despite the gravity of her injuries, Aver managed to stay conscious. She credits her survival to the fact that the gun jammed, preventing Rahman from finishing the job. Doctors later confirmed that the bullet lodged near her vital artery, and had it not been for the malfunction, she wouldn't have survived. The aftermath: Rahman's arrest and Aver's recovery. Rahman was quickly apprehended by the police, and a suicide note was found in his car, where he had expressed regret for what he did. Despite his remorse, the damage had been done. Rahman Castillo was convicted of attempted murder and sentenced to 15 years in prison. However, for Aver, the legal outcome wasn't enough to erase the trauma she had endured. The emotional scars, along with the physical ones, would last a lifetime. Yet, her story of survival doesn't end with just overcoming abuse. Aver's resilience, rebuilding her life after abuse. Despite everything she went through, Aver chose to not let her past define her. She went on to get therapy, rebuild her life, and complete her education, earning her bachelor's degree. Aver's resilience serves as an inspiration to many women trapped in similar abusive situations, showing them that it's possible to break free, rebuild, and thrive. Her story is a powerful reminder of the importance of self-worth, seeking help, and finding the strength to walk away from toxic, dangerous situations. Thank you for watching Aver's incredible journey of survival. If you or someone you know is experiencing abuse, remember that there is help available. You don't have to go through it alone. Reach out to someone you trust or call a helpline. If this video helped you or inspired you, please give it a thumbs up, share it with those who need to hear it, and don't forget to subscribe for more real-life stories of survival and strength. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.